Hi, howdy ho. We are back with some more live content. We're going to be working on the coat some more. Let's get my little software over here. Okay, awesome. Is there anything in the frame that's going to dox me? Nope, I don't think so. I think we are good. Okay. Alrighty. My entire face is out of frame. Let's fix that, maybe. Why not shade? I'm shaved in a bit. That's why that's happening. Okay, we've got Discord. Yeah, we're Discord open. We've got that. Cool. Let's just get to work because I'm busy. So essentially, I'm pinning up some lines on this right now, just using my little pin clips because I'm working out where the next round of sewing is going to be lining up, and I want to make sure that my inside and my outside line up with what I have planned for them. Very difficult to do if you don't take the time to pin shit up properly. Now there's some leeway in this. He's back at it again. He absolutely is. Tormented by the coat, but that's alright. Right, so got a slight change to our shape a little bit, which is no big deal. Essentially, what I'm doing is I'm figuring out, is that how it's supposed to be? Which is not a very difficult question to ask, but it's a little difficult to answer. I'm all the way over there. Let's bring our microphone just a little bit closer. That might help. No, we don't need to zoom out. We're fine. So. How are you? Are you well? Did you have a good day today? I believe it was a school day, am I incorrect? Right, just so you can see what I'm doing, I've got some fabric, folding up our edges so that we have a view at what we're supposed to be looking at, which is this line. It's quite faint, to be honest. Did I just break another one? No. I totally did. Oh no. No, not broken, just slightly off. Right, where's our line? There's our line for there. It's pretty chill just doing some homework. What about me? Yeah, I haven't been up to much. I had to lift some heavy stuff earlier, but nothing dramatic, so we're all good. Let's just lift this. Okay, whew. Right, that's good. This line is really quite faint. Oh, wait, no, it's not faint. I just was going to the wrong part of it. Where is it? Okay, so this line is here. Just going there, which is lovely. Okay, so essentially the line that I'm pinning to is the line where the top attaches to the tails, which is a pretty important line to get right. Because if you get it wrong, there are some pretty shitty consequences. Oh, that attached to nothing. That's attached to something. There you go. Let's turn the other side. Right, are you ugly? Don't be ugly, be pretty. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's why, because the front can't be finished if it's pinned up like that. Right. More and more clips here by the week. You know, I was not far off with my estimate here. That's not too bad. Right, let's get you in the right place. Okay. So, right, this seems to be a highlighting an issue here. I'm not so happy that it's highlighting it, so let's just double check that my sleeve has got enough material that will round the buck properly. Now what's our problem? Are we experiencing a similar problem over here? I don't know, let's find out. Do I need to get the big boy pins out? I think I do. Yep. There we go. Oh, box of big boy pins. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sharp stuff. Sharp thing. Not do it. Just a little bit of pinning to just stop it from yelling at me and stop it from continuing to look ugly. Please don't be ugly. There you go. Okay, so we've got the same problem on both sides, which is a good sign, because if you've got the same problem on both sides, then you will find a solution in the middle. That's not real advice, but it's slightly philosophical. Don't you think? So that's ugly, but that's alright. It's okay for it to be ugly in this moment. What I'm going to now do is put this over top, like this. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, putting any tension on the back. Why is that? Oh, it's because your collar's not far enough. Lift him up, drop him down. Just get these to match briefly. Right. So here's hoping. Now, you can't see this because your view is a little too high and I'm out of focus. Camera, how dare you? If we just drop you down a little bit. Hi, you can see some bags in the background. Hey look, I'm in focus again. What magic? So here, right here, what we're hoping is that this line on the inside matches up with this line that we've just pinned. Strawberry Kiwi, hi buddy! Right. Swaggy, yeah, we are slowly making progress. But we're trying our best, but we're going to see how it goes. What we're doing right now is we are pinning up the fabric to double check that this one arbitrary line that we've drawn on the outside and on the inside matches. If it does, I can stitch to that. I can cut to that seam allowance, which is going to be really, really useful. And then I can figure out which side needs to be sewn to which side first, which is really important stuff when you're making clothes. Is the order of operations, sort of when things happen as much as how. Because you can't, you don't want to be wasting a bunch of time unstitching something. Oh, that looks like that matches perfectly. Look at that. All right, hold on. I'm just going to put some of the big boy pins in here. Anyway, Strawberry, who are you? How are you? Have you had a good day? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? I do believe so. It's a nice middle of the week feeling. How are you? Have you had a good day? Anything interesting happen? I know I'm throwing a bunch of questions into open air and sort of not giving you time to respond to any of them, but I have no rebuttal. Right. Hi! Yes, you must be Kiwi. Oh fuck, we've got some messages that I haven't seen. Shit. Who? Yes, I recognize the username, but I wasn't sure where from. Hi. Right, hold on, give me just a hot moment. All good, see you next time, smiley face. The team? Oh, there's a call going on. Hello. Is that you in there with matey boy? Hold on. Members of the team. Kiwi, yes. You're currently in a call with Sean. Sean just told you I went live. You checked it out. Hi. Yeah, we're stitching stuff. I'm crazy and out of focus. Come on. My camera's name is Janet. It's a robot. It's really cool. I can move the camera around. I can also make it follow my face. So if I move out of the way, it keeps me centered. That's Janet. Janet is really cool. Janet also responds to hand. I can command it with hand shapes, which is really sick. But I also have this software here, which allows me to just push it around, which is nice and fun. And it got me out of focus for some reason because I was turning my face away and it doesn't like that. So I need to pop and cut these threads because if I don't, cut these threads, I won't be able to do this properly, and it's being really tedious. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. That should be enough. Ooh, fuck, that's dangerously close to being too much. Whatever. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how this is looking. Did I just fold it dead on? No. So this has got a curve in it. That's why it's playing silly buggers, because it's got a curve in it. but it's, oh, dude. Look at that. Look at that. That lines up perfectly. Can you see the white just under my thumb? That line is lining up perfectly with what we've got underneath, which is amazing. Bellissimo. Which is great. That makes me feel great about this. That means that this has been a success. Okay, awesome. So our lines match up. Let's check the other side. Just check the other side. Oh, I kind of can't. You know what? I fucking can. If I do that, and I just like pull this through. Yeah, okay. So the lines match up, which means I now need to figure out what goes where. Book and pen. Let's draw it out to figure out. Ooh, there was more notes on the back of that. What's the note say? Need to draft true liner lapel. Thank you. True liner lapel, liner for front, tails liner. Cool. I don't know if I did that or not. I didn't scribble that out, so I have no idea. Okay, so construction of this coat. I have a little notebook here, which is where all of my details have been put down into, and I need to figure out what I'm looking at. These are previous iterations of the coat, previous versions of design. Here we go, that's the more complex version of the tails, some bullshit measurements, other stuff. Yeah, that's our general shaping, that's a parts list, that's more complex bullshittery. That's the idea, and it's almost going to lay out like that. It's going to lay out more like this. Okay, shoulders, sides to back, sides to front, tails to tails, and I didn't finish that list. Liner doesn't change, only outer panels, hand stitch liners connection, and tails split, leave them for sewing everything else. Yeah, that's fine. So I need to figure out how to make the top of the coat to figure out where I put in the bottom of the coat. Because it would be nice to not have to lug around. Basically, the tails is this huge swath of fabric here. Those are the tails. This is a long coat, and if I take the tails and I attach them before I need to, that weight is gonna fuck with the fabric and get in the way. You know, it could potentially get in the way if I'm trying to stitch something. So I need to be certain that I don't need that, like, of when the tails needs to be stitched on and to which piece, because we have an inner and an outer, and if it stitches to the inner first, then the outer will have to be hand stitched. If it stitches to the outer first, then the inner will have to be hand stitched, which means the inner is stitched last. This stitches to the outside first, but it doesn't necessarily have to do that immediately. So this is really important stuff. I also have the line on this. I do not have the line on the tails themselves, so that's going to be the same thing. Sewing lessons with Risu. Yeah, we always go through the maths on this one. I think we're going to have to go back to the lovely Asian American woman who made a brilliant fucking, sorry, clicking my spine. Aha! Right, did the microphone pick that up? Can someone clip that? Someone clip that, that's so dumb. Right, what I'm looking for is my watch later. That was me clicking my back. That was what the noise was, if that's what you're asking. Hi there, madam. So, in what order? Get rid of this. In what order is this stitched in? Brilliant. Okay, so facing lining, brilliant. Facing lining, lining layer, attach the sleeves, collars. Wow, okay, yeah, she makes it look so easy. It's really not that easy, but she makes it look so easy. If you want the video name, sorry, this is the YouTube video that I've been watching. This is DIY coat line made from scratch by Coolirpa. Cool IRPA. I don't know if that's a name that I'm mispronouncing, or anything else. I don't know. But she's great. She does great stuff. Clearly. So I need to figure out what's going on. So she's got fabric. It's this like I have a wireless. That's a keyboard. She's tracing out her patterns. So I'm going to be producing something that's going to look a little bit like that. Scratchy back, scratchy back. So what is she stitching? So that's just her back seam. It's not the same. So shoulders first. Shoulders is absolutely the first thing that gets stitched. Next, order of operations. Oh, that's what the triple O means on a separate thing. Order of operation. Okay, cool. ODOFOP. Order of operations. Shoulders. Then what else does she do? She does the shoulders. Well, she does the back seam first, which makes complete sense given that her back is in two parts. Yeah, so back seam, front, and then side seams, just all the way down. Okay, so shoulders, side panels, outer. Okay, so shoulders, side panels, and then we've got and then sleeves, outer. I'm not writing what I'm going to be doing, I'm writing what she is doing, and then I can edit that list to match my requirements. We've got inner liner. Liner, whatever. Yeah, basically stitching the liner from two pieces into one piece, which is really important to do for obvious reasons. And then stitches it from 4 pieces into one piece, which is amazing. Oh no, from 3 pieces into one piece. There we go. So inner liner edging. I said edging. Inner liner edging. Total. So that's where we're at right now. We've got our outer fully done, we've got our inner liner fully done. What am I missing? Attaching the sleeves. That doesn't count, but we're gonna put it in here anyway. Sleeves to torso outer. Sleeves to torso brackets outer. This. What do you got? Yeah, so so you're just running a single line stitch to just crumple the sleeves a little bit to allow them to stitch on slightly more evenly. If this is a real nightmare to do, I could hand stitch the sleeves. That is something that I can do. I'm not very good at hand stitching, but it is something that I can do if I really, really, really need to. But it should be alright, provided I practice a little bit. So that's alright. Okay, right, so. Whew. Okay, so. My collar is in 2 parts. I don't remember what my patterns are, so we're going to ignore, because her collar is sort of 2 parts and then is in 3 parts, which then becomes 2. So what is she stitching now? Okay, she's measuring. She's putting a 1/2 inch on the edges of one thing. What's she doing? Okay. Collar to outer torso. Collar to torso. Brackets outer. Beam, boom, beam, 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 beam. This is astoundingly boring, isn't it? Because I'm watching a video and you guys aren't. You're just watching me being weird and trying to figure out what I'm needing to do. Make weird face shapes whilst I do that. So yeah, so that's attaching the collar all the way in, which we've done. Thank you, Eloise. What's going on? Right, so you've got this folded over section. I don't understand this folded over section. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So yeah, so we've got a collar stitched. So now you're going to press the seams. Whoa, something just happened. Okay, collar to liner. Collar to liner. In. Okay, collar to collar. Collar. Joint. Collar to collar. And what stitch is that? What stitch is that? Is that a back stitch? What stitch is that? What did you just do? Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, so now we're doing the lapels. Okay, yeah, sure. So, okay, I'm just being really clear, what's this step? So now you're sewing the lapel. Oh, you're going to sew all the way down. Okay, you've done it. Wow. You made a notch. Okay, so sew liner to liner to sew torso. Sew liner to outer torso lapel. Liner to outer torso. Lapel. Because your lapel is a little like fancy bits. Thank you. So what are you doing? Okay, this is where I need to hear her to understand what's going on. Oh, this is the back stitch. Okay, I'm going to ignore that because that's not putting 2 pieces together. Not that I am not going to do it, but that it is not part of the process that I am writing down right now. Because the process that I'm writing right down is complicated. What are you doing now? You're doing more back stitching on the other side. Gotcha. You're basically folding over everything to keep it from being complex, which is totally normal. Right, and now you've got the complicated bit of the lapel and the collar joint, which needs to be done quite carefully because there's a lot of different bits of fabric there. Fuck, didn't hit the right note. So essentially you're just okay. Collar and lapel corners. Collar and lapel brackets corners. Okay. Right, now she does something with pockets, which is not something that I worry about because this coat won't have pockets, which is a sin, but that's okay. I will sew pockets another time. So pockets should be a part of the inner process. Yeah, pockets should be a part of the paneling system. A coat with no pockets. A coat with no pockets. I'm sorry. I may be able to do pockets on the inside in the liner if I'm really clever. I might be able to do that, but how it's looking so far, this coat. To clarify, this coat is not the coat. Sorry, this coat is not the coat that I've been making for months. This is the first prototype which is going to get finished. It doesn't need to get finished. It's told me all the information in terms of like sizing that I need to know. However, I need to practice making a coat. I've never made one before. So this is going to be practice for the collar and for the lapel and the complicated stuff that goes on there, because there is some complicated stuff going on there. So this is going to be, this does not have sleeves. This will not have sleeves. This will be a sleeveless coat. So I figured this is a sleeveless coat. It doesn't need pockets either, because no sleeves and pockets sounds a little weird. Just a little. But yeah, thank you for the forgiveness. Glad I've earned that. Right. What are you doing? Yawning. What is she doing? She's trimmed up a sleeve. Oh, she makes a right angle with that and folds over the bottom. Okay. Like the vest they wear in construction. Sure, but nothing like that. It's gonna have tails. This is gonna be going down to about a foot off the floor long. This is not. Yeah, this isn't a vest. This is gonna have tails. I've built the tails. I'm gonna attach the tails. I'm not gonna show you the tails because that would be effort, but I built the tails. That was today. Okay, so then so after some back stitching, some doing some stuff, then it is liner to torso bottom. Liner to torso bottom, final. Right, is that the final stitch? I think it is. Yeah, so she hand stitches that. Simple running stitch. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's not final. It's then sleeves, cuffs. Cuffs. Scratch that out. And then liner to sleeves, brackets, cuffs. It's funny. And then buttons. Buttonholes plus button, which I know is no longer a thing, but that's part of the process. And then it's done. Right, that's fine. Okay, so what we're looking at in the order of operations, and once again speaking behind a block of colour, what we're looking at in regards to the order of operations, we have shoulders first, easy stitch, they're at the back. Then you have the side panels, then we have the sleeves outer getting attached to this socket. As you may have noticed, there is no sleeves attached to this socket. You can see the little arm hanging out. That is because I fucked up the shoulder holes, because I've never made a coat before. So this version will never have sleeves because they would look ugly as fuck. They wouldn't work. It's this thing's fault. So instead, we have the inner liner made complete. Then we have the sleeves to the torso. So that's this bit, which, as I just indicated, not going to happen. Then we've got the collar to the torso, done. Collar to the liner, done. Collar to collar, not done. That's our next step. Our next step is collar to collar. Then it will be liner to outer torso on the lapel. Then it will be collar to lapel. And then cry is the last step there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put the book down, because that's served its purpose for now. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to unpin this, and we're going to trust the process and cut the coat. Don't take those words out of context. We're going to trust the process and cut the coat with the goal of reducing the amount of fabric all in one place and making it easier to work with. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to strip Eloise down a little bit. Apologies. Right, let's take you. This is our outer layer. It's important just to reference that whilst I'm constructing this, the outside of the coat when it's finished is the inside whilst I'm making it. You can tell it's the outer layer because we have this patterning in our back. It sort of slims in. That's part of the aesthetic we're going for. It's very fun. Right, so that's our big boy pins, and now I can take off our clips. So we've got confirmed that the lines match, which is amazing. Now I just need a seam allowance for the lines, and that should be it. I shouldn't have any more issues with that. With our inside, we're going to get... No, with our outside, we're going to get a little more seam allowance. Are we? Hold on, I need to think about this. How am I going to attach the tails to this? I think I need to attach tails between... I think I need to attach it before the seam is brought all the way down to the bottom. That's what needs to happen. Our music's gone out. Let me fix that. Right. Yeah, play. Cool. So we don't have. What do I have? Building. Hold on, let me go to my mind palace in a moment. Okay, so we stitch our shoulders and then we stitch our collars, and then we put those together. We stitch the collar outer but not the edging, then we stitch this layer down. How is this going to attach? This is going to have a pressed seam down or pressed seam up or pressed seam open. I would recommend a pressed seam down for the pull. So we're going to have two stitch lines. One, so we're going to have a lap stitch that then gets folded over. And honestly, I could just glue that. I say glue like a fabric tape glue, an adhesive tape, double sticky tape essentially, down in there, and just do it in like patches. I don't know, or maybe just fucking. No, I'll just press the seam. It's fine. It's not going to get ruffled up. So press the seam down. And then the inside will stitch, and that will be folded up and hand stitch to this. Now what we need to make sure is that the inside is long enough to do that hand stitch. Thankfully the inside is long enough to do that hand stitch. So if we give the inside a 3 or 4 inch seam allowance from our fold line, then we give the outside just a standard 1 inch or ½ inch. We're going to go for an inch. Seam allowance. That's going to allow us to fold down post stitching to the tails. The tails themselves will stitch however they want to be stitched. That's decided later. I can decide that when I can cross that bridge when I come to it. So that wants to go in after just before the lapels are stitched, because we want it to be before the lapel is stitched, because the lapel goes all the way down and will in fact finish this. Okay, hold on. I need to think. I've got 2 layers getting stitched here. Now if the tails, we'll cut it with that, and then they turn inside out. The tails can turn inside out if they need to. Do they need to? Oh, that's tricky. Okay. So I've got, show me. I've got 1 layer, 2nd layer, that's finished. Tails are coming through. If I turn that inside out, then it's the tails are stitched here, and that's stitched to the outside like this, so that turns inside out, but that stays the same, right? Yes. That will mean that that's on the inside of that. That can be then lifted up and stitched through to its final length, which means that I'm not going to need to turn the tails inside out. So they can be finished. I'm not going to, but they can be finished. They will, however, be finished when we stitch the line where they finally meet. okay, this is a positive thing. This is a positive conclusion to this problem. Amazing. So now I can go ahead, I can take this and invert it. Why are you following the... It's me! I'm the human. Please, thank you. Janet gets confused sometimes. Right. So... I'll just pop a seam. Oh, well, I didn't mean to. Okay, so we've got some lines to fucking draw. Did Janet offend you? Well, she just didn't do her job, that's all. That's too much. That's good enough. Right. You can see this line is our slut line. This line accentuates our slutty waist. I'm quoting someone off of TikTok. I don't remember who they are, but it's something along the lines of men having their little slutty waists. We've got like evidence of the line being slightly higher than that, but whatever. So what's this? Okay, so let's draw a seam allowance, which is going to be a secondary, slightly rougher line underneath this that we sort of don't care about the accuracy of it too much. So these lines are going to eventually want to be translated over to some patterns. Chalk in my mouth. It's done. For now, I don't care. Cool, and now I need to cut that, and I don't have the scissors to cut that here, so let me go get them. I'll be back. Hi, we're back. Okay. Well, I mean, doesn't that draw a really pretty picture, huh? Just the lines on that work pretty well. I'm really happy with that. Just pull. She is hot. Look at that. That really, God, that's almost medieval. That's sick. Okay, this is a nice swath of cloth, so I'm just gonna rip seams and be done with it. Right, so that can go in. So we can go back for just a moment. So that much extra material is not needed, which is great for our pattern making, because I tell you, that amount of material made on two sides and then on the inside even more, it's going to be so valuable to have this the way it is, or the way it will be, which is great. So I can take this off, pull this out, fuck off, grab inside. This is not inverted, this is the correct way. Okay. Once again, we need to just clarify the lines. Honestly, do the lines really need clarifying? Whatever, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, hey, look. Right. Cool. Now let's just do a big dumb line down the back. It's too long anyway. Oh, we may want to double this length. That's a really silly amount of overhang. But I'm going to keep it like that anyway. Right. one piece, two pieces, one piece, three pieces. Okay, that's our inside. So does that make more sense? So this model has boobs. I have significantly smaller boobs, and that means that I don't have the same bust, and that gets in the way just a little bit. But she does look good. She does. I'll do this just a little bit. There you go. So that's groovy. Right, the next thing would be to do the collar. Would be to stitch the collar in place. And then it's like getting scarily close to done. Our list would say, just to point out, so our list would have it, we are up to here. No, we're past that actually. We are up to here. Yeah. This is like big stuff. What I could do is I'm pretty sure I could leave the lapels blank. I could leave the lapel, I could do the lapel, and then I could leave like this, like 2 inches up from this joint downwards. I could leave unstitched so that I could come back and finish the stitch when I have more confidence in what I'm doing. And that would also give me the final coat. It would just be done, like, yeah. So question. The sleeves and the inner sleeves are done at different times. So the outer sleeve is attached to the outer sleeve, and then the inner sleeve is attached to the liner, but because this does not have sleeves, this only has a hole. That hole needs to be sewn up, and that will be sewn up essentially. Let me take our final here. This is also a great moment to demonstrate, like, the sort of, this is the final shape. This is what we're looking at forever for this one piece of fabric and time. Fabric and time is all that makes the clothes, baby. Fabric and fucking time. Right. Look at that. Oh, isn't that impressive? Right, let's fold that collar over. Coolio. So that's our final look. We've got a lot more length down here than we need. Specifically to accompany attaching the tails. So this is going to essentially be in a straight line with the tails folded up and stitched on like that. and then this is going to fold up itself and stitch on to the end like that, which I need to make sure happens after I run this line. So we will in fact run down this stitch here to just about here, right? No, to just about here. Interesting that those are two different lines. Frustrating that they're not lining up. This side lines up fine. This line, not so. Right, the wrong side of the line is lining up. I'm going to need to address that because that's hanging pretty perfect. I think we are talking about the wrong line here. I need to fix that right now, because if I get confused later on in the process, that confusion might kill me. Not literally, of course, but when is ever anything literal? Yeah, that's pushing through to there really nicely. So I think I'm lucky though. I've still got the seam allowance that I need for those two pieces, which is lovely. So that's fine. I've got seam allowance to do it, which is great. Also, that seam isn't to stitch these two together, that is to stitch to the tails, and then this will be hand stitched on the inside, but we've already spoken about that at length, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, the tails are going to come in like this. Tails are going to stitch... What the fuck am I saying? I'm saying the right thing. Yeah, tails are going to come in like this, and essentially stitch. So if you can imagine this to be our tail, it's going to come in with a fold, like folding over like this, and then stitch in to match our line here. And then come through, hang down like that. So we're going to get a nice line here. We may run a second line of stitching underneath that to keep it secure, because just running it off of one line of stitching is kind of asking for it to be torn off. But we'll see how I feel about doing that stitching. We'll find out. It shouldn't be too difficult though. It should be fine. There shouldn't be a problem with it. But yeah, so that's going to be seamed down. How's our spine looking? Crunchy. Let's pull that down. There we go. There's our slutty waist. So yeah, I now need to invert these pieces so I can pin the collars. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Let's do this. Let's take both pieces off and put this on the same way that it was. There's a lot of taking on and off. Thankfully I have this form, which has proven to be a very wonderful... you've hit your 1 hour. That's so funny. Yes, I hope you have a wonderful night yourself, and I will see you whenever I next see you. Cheers. We're focusing on the collars, we're not focusing on the bottom. Ironically enough, most bottoms deserve collars, but tish, that's a really good joke for the people who care. Right, I've got my lines on the inside, my lines need to be on the outside. Hip. Hi, here's a face, here's a flat hand. Brilliant. Come on. Right. Grab a few pins. My little trick is to just pin them into your shoulder, not so you're spiking yourself, but usually you can get a little wrinkle, just if you just play with the fabric a little bit, so you can then pin through that wrinkle. It's really safe, they're not going anywhere, you're not going to lose them. They're always going to be right here to grab, so when you're like up tucked here, you can just reach over and grab it, which is what I have found to be really useful. And I'm learning how to properly use them as well. Make sure you've done your check first before grabbing. Two last pins. No, I only here for one. Double to my shoulder, yeah, my shoulder's there. Right. And last. Hi, I've been lucky for an hour, but now finally unmuted. Oh, I've got 9 Discord messages. It's one there. What else? General, your Hector's awake. Oh, Hector, join us. Join us. Right. Hi, Murray. I am working on the codes, as you can see. Yeah, this is good. We have a collar. The collar will be stitched in a moment, and I have gone into French. I do not know what this is. No, this is definitely French. Ow. I was not paying attention, and I have been stabbed. Such is the way. Right. Okay. Yikes. And Hector has joined. It was a matter of time. Hello, Hector. Hi. Right. Okay, Hector. Hi, Hector, I don't mean to be rude, but I definitely have my eyes on Twitch chat and kind of don't have my eyes on Discord. So you'll have to apologize for my exclusion, but I am going to be reading Twitch chat far more often than I'm checking Discord. For that. I apologize. Right. So now we need to sew collar to collar, and then we sew the lapels next, but we can pin that after we sew collar to collar. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. It's not a me thing. My stream is fine, and it has been fine for a while. So I don't know, but it's not a me issue. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So, yeah, it's amazing just how much fabric is the circumference of something. Right. Maths is hard, yo. Okay, can you just stick yourself over there so you're out of the way? Right. Where's my pusher? Here's my pusher. Okay, hi. Let's take our controls and do the right thing. Hey, I still have a face. Thank you. Hi. Okay, so I push this towards me. I can basically put that to the edge. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Just give me a bit more headroom. There we go. Hi. So big old bundle of fabric. Oh, hold on. That's interesting. That is confusing. Right. Okay. Marie said hi and hasn't said a message again, which is a bummer. But that's okay. I don't need other people to be happy. They just happen to make me happy every single time. Let's shit. Fucked it up because I have such little control. Right, I need the... Hi, how am I doing? I am still here. Good, I'm glad. I am doing alright. I am currently doing a tricky thing. So forgive me my lack of attention, but really careful. Brilliant. Yeah, I am doing well. Obviously I'm back working on this hellscape of a project, but I've kind of got my head wrapped around it a little bit. I think the break we took from this project was a necessary and healthy one. Yeah, I think so too. We're making good progress on this as well. We've just written down the order of operations. We just figured out how this whole thing's going to be made, essentially, which is really important. We've done some tricky, like, sort of, just having to do a bit of figuring out. to make this as good as I can make it. Oh my god! Was the inside line shorter or something? Oh no, we lost distance here, I think. We got compressed here, and it was just enough over the center line. It's okay, it's not disastrous. Basically, the edge of this hasn't got any seam allowance. We went over by about 1 centimeter, and essentially, I should have double checked my pinning first. I didn't do that. That's on me. That's my bad. But that's alright. I don't think it's going to break the collar. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I think it's just going to be a little bit like fiddly, which is fine. I can do fiddling all day. It's all good. But basically the problem, I think we've got some rippling in these stitches. You can see the light, some like light rippling in these stitches. That's because one side has got more material compressed and the other side's flat, where it's sort of taut. So the outside, nice and smooth, the inside rippling, that means there's more material there. But if we get to the edge, not so much. So essentially we've got a perfect start and end to this corner, this side, but then as we continue down, we trap a bit of material here and it just slowly increases up to about 1 centimeter extra material that we trap, which is why we go over 1 centimeter at the end of the line. So that's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Just, you know, a little accident, which is fine. It's not a disaster. Not even slightly. Next, we have to stitch the big long line of the lapel, which we're going to do one side at a time for obvious reasons. And we're just gonna, we could eyeball this, and that would probably lead me to tearing out my own eyeballs if it goes poorly, so we're not going to eyeball it. We're going to do it properly, and we're not going to do it on the model either, because we don't need to. We just need to line up the lines, which shouldn't. You can cut the stitch out and do it again. I can, I'm not going to. I can do that, I'm not going to. If it's disastrous, I might, but I really don't think I'm going to want or need to do that. So we are stopping stitching where this line interacts. So what I need to do, these lines put a little bit more. Right. So from there, we're not going to do anything other than clip it. Now the clips, oh, you can't see. Well, you wouldn't be able to see me if you couldn't see it. Basically, I'm just pinning up the fabrics, and what's interesting is that I can use the clips instead of the stabby pins, because we have our little stabbing, like traditional pins, and then we have our little tailor clips, like clothes pegs but smaller. And if we use the tailor's clothes pegs, we can actually get a pretty good result by not worrying too much about what it's supposed to be like, and instead focusing on what it is like. And then we can use the big boy pins to pin in between, because we want to make sure our distances are fine, and then we can worry about everything else. I just heard my phone vibrate. What was it? What you got? Finnick is doing her own thing this evening, which is lovely. So So now we have this, which should hopefully be a straight line. It is not. Oh no. No, that kind of is. At least right there it is. No, that's not. That needs a bit more. This line is not as mission critical, so I don't have to be too insanely cautious about it. Somewhere there's too much material. And I'm going to say fuck it and just pull that wrinkle out, tensioning this off and pinning it through. And we've got so much of this line is done. Lay this all out. Right. Just to keep the collar back, I'm going to pin it up like this, just to keep that out of the way. Right, we're going to need these. Let's plug this back in. Come on. Right. Back towards us. And hunker down, get to work. Okay. This one should be nice and easy. Should be nothing to mess with our stees. That's Stalinese. This, throw these out here. Pins. Machine pins. Pins can't go through the machine, so they come out. This is complex stuff. Well, not really that complex. Anyway, Hector, what are you up to? What have you done today? Have you had anything interesting happen? Okay, put that down there. You're at the park. You're online right now? Who is your cousin? What is their name? Just straight up at the park. What's the time for America right now? So it's 5 something. 10 past 5. 5:10. What? Why are you in my stream whilst at a park with your cousin? Surely you would be spending time with your cousin? Right? I mean, that only makes sense to me. Oh, I see. You're looking after your cousin. What? You're watching me and looking after? I suppose you can just have the ears in because I'm not exactly doing anything that visually exciting. Right. Stitching to the line. You know what? That's pretty fucking perfect. And I definitely stitched to the wrong end. It's alright. I'll have to just cut that stitch back. It's fine. It's not really a big deal. Let's push that back. Let's fucking pin the other side. Oh, this is so scary. This is scary. This is really scary because it's like, this is where we find out if this prototype is even going to be able to be a finished coat. Because there's a chance that this prototype is just so screwed that it is unwearable. You know, that is complete possibility. Just audio? Damn. That is weird. You can't watch me or you can't watch the kids? Because one of those is more confusing than the other and I'm not sure which. Because you're typing in my chat. Imply that you can watch. Right, that's way off. Right. Can't watch you. It's like a stop and go picture. Got you. It's a slideshow. Right. Well, Risu is currently pinning pins onto blue fabric. Oh, like an idiot, Risu has not checked the distances he's supposed to go to. Risu has been an idiot. Risu needs to go from the other side. And Risu needs to make sure that he does things the right way to avoid making future mistakes. Risu is talking in third person and looks a little crazy whilst doing so. Right. And it looks like a crazy person, because it's what it is. We'd both be crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, huge wrinkles. Sort that out another time. Okay, so now that the corner is taut, we've got some conflicting heights here. It's an issue, right? What I need to make sure is that I've got this in the right place. I don't. Okay. Running that stitch line through. I'll be able right then. Go gadget, that shit crazy bitch. Okay. Okay. Check the other side. Ooh, you know what? That's not bad. We've seen a major rippling. And we've stopped in a fine place. No argument there. Right, now it would, our next job is going to be the sleeves, which stress me out thinking about it, so I'm not going to think about it. Not for now. Right now, I'm going to turn this inside out for the first time. What? That joke failed. It's going through. Okay. Opening. There it is. Oop, there's still a pin in there. Take that out. Boop. Okay. Come on. Okay, come on. So, here's what we've got. Collar that's struggling to find its place in the universe. You have a lapel with a similar issue. That's alright. Interesting, the inside seems shorter than the outside. I'm sure that's only a temporary setback. I'll just really like push through these seams. Is it the pal over or is it the collar over the pal? It's the pal over the collar, I think. Right. How do I look? I don't know. Let's find out. I feel like I've gone slightly insane. Yeah. Okay, so how does the back look? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. Is this inside out? Yeah, this is inside out. Feeling a little bit insane, I know. Okay, whew. Which side is which? Ah, gotcha. Fixing a little bit of rumplage at the back. Right, so I guess I gotta press. Focus on my face. I think it's all right. Now I need to sort out the collar. It's definitely the lapel over collar. The collar will be sorted out. Now I'll just tuck it under. The collar will be sorted, it will also be pressed. Which will be good. Oh. Right. I've got some sleeves to sew, I guess. As terrifying a prospect as that is the reality. It is the sleeves next. But I'd say for 2 hours, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. And then of course, we'll add the tails just to be fun. I don't need to think about where the tails are going because the tails are going right here. then look at that. Aye. She'll be good. She'll be very good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. That's gonna really cinch in that waistline in a really positive way. Cool. Cool. That is sick and cool and sick and cool. I'm excited to continue that. But for now, I believe it's a perfectly appropriate time to cease live streaming. And for now. So, hi. Zoom in. Hi. That was creepy, sorry. Yeah. The collar needs to be pressed, for sure. It doesn't have any stiffening material in it, which may be, part of the problem, but I think it's alright. I think it's all just one fabric, and I'm seeing it in a low light setting, so I'm not seeing any definition of anything. And these seams definitely need pressing, which is just something to do. It's alright. Looks like the inside's got more fabric than the outside, so that's something to be careful of. Hey, Levi, it's been a while, my guy.
Hi.
Oh, fucking Jesus. You're so loud. Why are you so loud?
It's just your headphone.
No, hi, speak.
Hello.
Hi. Fucking Christ.
Did I scare you?
Yes!
Sorry.
I don't hear when people join. Are you watching the stream?
I am not watching the stream.
Ah, well, you should, because I'm on camera on the stream.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Reminder, you are live presently.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Yeah, so that'll fold in.
What are you playing?
I'm not playing anything. I'm making a coat. I'm doing more of the sewing.
Oh, nice.
Right. There we go. Still got more fabric on the inside than on the outside. So that's an interesting quirk. It's not supposed to be how it is supposed to be.
I just watched so many videos about reincarnation.
Cool. Under what faith, or just sort of talking about all of them?
Just talking about all of them.
Nice.
I think. Yeah.
So sort of Zen Buddhism, and then you've got there's a form of well, there's a bunch of different types of Buddhism, because it's honestly it's one of the most iterated on methods of ethical organization, but it's
yeah,
whatever. Hey, but this is quite cool, right? Oh, it's Flynn Rider. That's what this is. This is fucking Flynn Rider's vest right now. That's quite funny. That's quite funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. So this is going to be made out of the cool material. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be tight as fuck. And next is the shoulders, which stuff, and I need to fix this underarm dangly, which I'll be able to do, which is good. And I wonder if it's the same problem under here. Possibly is. We'll find out. I'll do that probably on my own. Right. But that's. Eloise, if you would please model this for me. yeah, those ends just need to be dealt with, which is not going to be hard to do. But I want to do the sleeves first, I feel. Oh, I think we've got more material on the inside than the outside because the outside's effectively got a dart and the inside doesn't. Because the outside's got this custom form under here, which causes some issues here. See, that was attached like this. Needs to be dealt with. On the other side, got less of an issue. It's unique. Yeah, it's cool. It's tight. Cool. Right. That's enough of me fiddling around with that. Dart? Yeah, a dart is a section of material that you remove or stitch out. Usually it looks like a really pointy oval, like a very, very pointy, like a smile but flat. It's sort of two very wide semicircles cut really thin to form this wide section, and you take that and then you basically draw out that shape on the fabric. You put those lines together and you stitch that, and what happens is it brings the fabric together in the middle but not so much in the top, and that allows you to pull in. So for example, I'm wearing a boxy t-shirt. It's got straight line, but if it was darted it would then be form-fitting, and so you'd have it tight to my body and being able to demonstrate that there is, in fact, look, you see my belly button. Isn't that fun? So that's what darts are. Pleats are different. They're sort of like the overlapping folds that you'll see in like skirts and kilts. They're pleated, like school shirts. Yeah, skirts will have pleats in them. But yeah. Anyway, you can see the swords in the background. That's fun. Oh, what? You sent a message? That's fucking nice. Okay. We have been live for 5 minutes past 2 hours. Are we still zoomed out? Yes, we are. Hi, welcome. We are going to be live again soon this week. I'm not sure exactly when, but sometime soon. You request a picture of the sword centers. They're not like on display, but sure. I'll send you a picture of the swords. But yeah, so there's not much else to say other than thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed hanging out. It's very fun and lovely to have my friends with me. And I hope to see you whenever I next see you.